Got some breaking news to report. After our investigation into Cracker Barrel, well, looks like Cracker Barrel has cracked. They heard the voices of the hungry, and now they are keeping Uncle Herschel on that logo. Also, protesters out in the streets protesting things they can't pronounce, supporting criminals they've never met, burning flags for causes they don't understand. One protester actually admitted she didn't know what Palantir was. Just heard it was anti-Trump. Democrat politicians coaching kids on hormone blockers while mayors brag about protecting criminal aliens. A governor's ranting about red hats and suggesting flag burning. Even Snoop Dogg has had enough of the insanity. The examples are so absurd. You'd think they were parody, but this is real life in 2025. The left has completely detached from reality. We've got the receipts. What you're about to witness is not political opposition. It's a mental health crisis playing out in real time. And it looks like Cracker Barrel may have taken the right medication. And while the left melts down and chaos spreads, smart Americans focus on what matters, survival. My Patriot Supplies 3-month emergency food kit saves you $100 right now. When society loses its mind, you need rock-solid preparation, and this kit delivers 2,000 calories daily for 90 days. Real meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, plus drinks and snacks, all packed into military-grade buckets. 25-year shelf life, 100% American-made, no MSG, no garbage, while protesters scream about things they don't understand, while politicians push insanity, while corporate CEOs lose their mind to the woke mob. You'll have food security, because when the mob comes to your neighborhood, grocery stores won't save you. Fast free shipping, 30-day guarantee. Visit preparedwithgary.com. That's preparedwithgary.com. Stay sane by staying prepared. So, great news to report. We did it, folks. From our investigation in Bloomington yesterday to the Oval Office, 2 White House reporters, Tom McCullough and myself, put the pressure on, and Cracker Barrel cracked. Herschel lives. Uncle Herschel lives to see another sign. This was our investigation yesterday. They serve Bud Light here. Think about that. If there's ever a bigger red flag, it's that they're selling Bud Light. It's all making sense now. Cracker Barrel and Bud Light are the unholy alliance of food and beverage. Holy cow. So that was our report yesterday. You can go back, you can check it out. It's also on X. But this is the breaking news everyone's talking about right now. Cracker Barrel caves, reinstates original logo after pressure from critics, including President Trump. No doubt, because the White House watches everything that we do. I mean, they've even used my voice in promotional videos for Liberation Day. They pay very close attention to all of our reporting. And, of course, what happens? We report yesterday, and then moments later, President Trump puts out a statement, Cracker Barrel caves. You know, you can thank Gary Franchi, you can thank Tom McCullough for saving Uncle Herschel. Cracker Barrel announces it's changing its logo back after the rebrand. Oh, yeah, check it out here. Win. We will take it. Are you tired of winning yet? Stephen Miller writing 2 hours ago, how much did Cracker Barrel spend on its marketing team for the rebrand? Anna Kelly, promises made, promises kept. Real Donald Trump has saved Cracker Barrel. You're welcome, America. Here's what Donald Trump posted on his Truth Social account. Cracker Barrel should go back to the old logo, admit a mistake based on customer response, the ultimate poll, and manage the company better than ever before. They got $1 billion worth of free publicity if they play their cards right. Very tricky to do, but a great opportunity. Have a major news conference today. Make Cracker Barrel a winner again. Remember, in just a short period of time, I made the United States of America the hottest country anywhere in the world. 1 year ago, it was dead. Good luck. Here's the official statement from Cracker Barrel. We thank our guests for sharing your voices and love for Cracker Barrel. We said we would listen, and we have. Our new logo is going away, and our old timer will remain. His name's Uncle Herschel, by the way. At Cracker Barrel, it's always been and always will be about serving up delicious food, warm welcomes, and the kind of country hospitality that feels like family. As a proud American institution, our 70,000 hardworking employees look forward to welcoming you to our table soon. But they're still serving Bud Light there. No comment on that. Huge. This was the logo that they were going to use. Yeah. Getting rid of the cracker and the barrel, as I've been told. President Trump making waves, no doubt. Our report made its way to the Oval Office desk. Cracker Barrel, this is the official. Thanking our guests for sharing your voices. This is the official statement. Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel promises rebranding. In Cracker Barrel's process of rebranding from old-timey to modern old-timey and killing their business, they wokeified the peg game to minimize hurt feelings to those who don't do so well. Did they actually misspell a keyword? I remember when I went to Cracker Barrel and I saw the peg game. I love the peg game. My kids and I were playing it. But this is, just plain ignoramus. I remember trying to understand what that meant. I was asking my mother when I was little and I was playing this game at Cracker Barrel, what does that mean, ignoramus? Jump all but one games. Jump each T and remove it. Leave only one, you're genius. Leave two, and you're pretty smart. Leave three, and you're just plain dumb. Leave four or more, and you're just ignoramus. And now it says, leave one, you're a genius. Leave two, rocking the chair but not the game. Leave three or more, no reason to be embarrassed. Try again. Pfft. See, that's the stupid stuff. That's so stupid. But, you know, it's because of people like this that are destroying the brands, destroying the Democrat Party. Alpha Fox says that this guy is a disease. You be the judge.
Is going to make politics have not gone the way that a lot of us would have liked them to have gone recently. And so many of my friends feel utterly out of control and chaotic. We are beautiful, liberal, progressive people. And because of that, we feel things. That's our deal. We feel. We cry liberal tears, right? That's us. And so when the election happened, many of us flung ourselves all over the place. We want to help the planet and reverse climate change if we can. We want to help immigrants and refugees feel welcome. We want to help LGBTQ people have a place in society. We want women to have equal status. And I watched all of my friends try to do everything at once. You end up feeling worn out. But I have the answer for you today.
Do?
The thing you were taught is most wrong with you is your greatest asset as an activist. The thing you were taught to hide and feel shame of.
Okay, yeah, I'm done. Okay, let's keep going here because this is not over. This was 7 hours ago. Robbie Starbuck, writing Cracker Barrel management is cracking. Today, they removed the LGBTQ pride page off the Cracker Barrel website. First three screenshots below show what that page used to look like. The fourth shows how it looks now. The backlash against them for going woke has them in panic. Bringing the front porch to pride. Robbie Starbuck is well known for putting pressure on major corporations to drop DEI. been very successful. So if there's one person I trust with this information, it's Robbie Starbuck. But here, bringing the front porch to pride. This was their page. Celebrate being you. On behalf of Cracker Barrel's LGBTQ plus Alliance and DEIB team, we want to celebrate you for being you. Nashville Pride, celebrating it. Page not found. Uh-oh. Yep, they realize that. See, when I did my initial deep dive into Cracker Barrel, and I trying to figure out, like, when did the whole woke thing begin? Turns out it wasn't this current CEO, it was the previous CEO who started to inject DEI into the business. But again, they did it very quietly, under the radar. They didn't make any waves when they did it. And what has happened with the current CEO, with the logo change and now backtracking, is they basically just shone a light right on Cracker Barrel. And then everybody starts looking. Robbie Starbuck starts looking. I start looking. The president starts looking. And they realize, we can't do things quietly anymore. We made too big of a move. And now you have stuff like this. Boom, page not found. Deleted. What else do we got here? Trump Derangement Syndrome. Steve Guest writing, it's extremely fair to say that folks with Trump Derangement Syndrome are idiots. At a protest against Palantir, I didn't know what it was, someone said. I'm here because we're protesting Trump.
Well, what makes you think?
The tech company Palantir is working with the Trump administration to identify violent alien gangbangers, so a handful of geriatric suburban leftists only needed to hear the name Trump to take to the streets of Washington, D.C. to voice their outrage, except they couldn't tell us why they were there.
Well, what makes you think we're protesting President Trump?
So you don't know what the protest's about?
No, if it's against Trump, I'm all there.
You're saying you're here because you think we're protesting Trump. What makes you say that?
Anything to stop Donald Trump and what he's doing.
Why are you out here specifically protesting Palantir?
I didn't even know what Palantir was. I'm here for the weekend from Florida. And I saw the protest and I figured, hey, let's get out. This happens to be the sign that I brought with me.
Palantir is using technology to specifically prioritize the identification of illegal alien criminals, including gangbangers and murderers. What makes you against that?
I think they're doing more than that. I think that the data that they're I believe that they're using that data to actually spot. They're allowing government agencies to do more surveillance on American citizens and citizens of other countries.
What makes you believe that?
From what I've read online.
Like where online?
Well, obviously all the, progressive websites, news websites.
Can you list a few?
Sure, Alternate, The Nation.
We're asking people why they are out here.
Justine Brooke Murray on the streets, showing just how dumb protesters are. Speaking of dumb protesters, Riley Gaines writes, you're telling me this isn't an SNL skit? Democrats chanting in support for illegal aliens. Kilmar is our neighbor. You can't have him. And they're wearing pink vests. Kilmar Abreu Garcia.
You can't have him, Trump. No! Kilmar is our neighbor. You can't have him, Trump. Heck no! Kilmar is our neighbor. You can't have him, Trump. No! Kilmar is our neighbor. You can't have him, Trump. Heck no!
Kilmar is our neighbor. You can't have him, Trump. No. Kilmar is our neighbor. You can't have him, Trump. Heck no. Oh, my Lord. Oh, you want to see your neighbor? Here's your neighbor getting arrested.
El gobierno corrupto. Curly.
There is your neighbor. Kilmar is our neighbor. You can't have him, Trump. Guess what? We got him. We got him. That is 24 hours ago. DHS has released video of Kilmer Abrego Garcia being arrested by ICE today. Ship him off to Uganda, he says. Tell activist judges to go pound sand. Oh, no. What is this? Michigan Democrat Carrie Reigans urges kids on TikTok to contact her so she can help them get puberty blockers.
For Gender Affirming. State Rep Carrie Reigans here, and I am recording a video today to talk to you, trans kids here in Michigan. I want you to know that the care you might want for gender affirming care is legal in Michigan, and it's still continuing in a wide variety of places.
Oh, no. Yeah. That's what they're posting on TikTok, Democrats. Oh, we got Stephen Miller. Love it. The Democrat Party. Oh, okay, let's go.
The Democrat Party does not fight for, care about, or represent American citizens. It is an entity devoted exclusively to the defense of hardened criminals, gangbangers, and illegal alien killers and terrorists. The Democrat Party is not a political party. It is a domestic extremist organization. Look at Chicago. They've shut down the police department. They've handcuffed law enforcement. And as President Trump says, they have turned the streets of Chicago into a bloody killing field. Here in Washington, D.C., before President Trump launched the federal law enforcement liberation in D.C., there was a murder on the streets of this town every other day. Body after body after body after body. That was Washington, D.C. Residents were afraid to go to restaurants. They were afraid to go into entire neighborhoods. They were getting carjacked right and left, robbed and beaten. That was Washington, D.C. Now we're 2 weeks homicide free, the safest the city has ever been in its entire history. And the Democrats, instead of jumping up and down and saying, thank you, President Trump, thank you for saving our lives, thank you for saving our cities, thank you for scrubbing away all the graffiti, the trash, the homeless encampments, the druggies. Instead of cleaning up the city, instead of thanking him for that, they're saying, President Trump, how dare you save our lives? How dare you save our children? How dare you save our city? The Democrat Party, Sean, that exists today, it disgusts me. I do not recognize that party, Sean. The Democrat...
Nobody does. Even Democrats don't recognize the party. That's why so many people are walking away from it, because this is the scene. This is what Democrats do, right? This is what Democrats do. Do you agree with that? Here's a C.J. Pearson, 24 hours ago, speaker of the DNC's summer meeting. Migrant crime and carjackings are things that don't matter to many Americans. I'm pretty sure most people don't want to be carjacked and attacked by an illegal alien. This is the DNC. This is the language that they are putting out.
How do we deal with mental issues voters care about? Where does Trump go? Migrant crime, carjackings, the really lurid, awful stuff that is a crazy, crazy visual. Don't take the bait, because most Americans are more worried about how are we going to address mental health issues, the visible homelessness that we see on streets, and how do we deal with mental health and other issues that drive the sort of random incidents that scare all of us. That's what you should be talking about. That's where you should be focused. Don't take the bait in talking about migrant crime or carjackings or the things that actually don't matter to that many Americans. And then go to the issues vote.
Carjackings don't matter to that many Americans. They matter to someone who gets carjacked. Oh, man, these people are so delusional. Oh, speaking of delusional, here we have Tim Walz, deeply disturbed. What's he ranting about now?
Cruel. Think of how easy it would be to be a damn Republican. Oh, what should I wear today? This stupid freaking red hat. What should I say today? I don't know. Just make sure it's cruel. Who do we listen to? That guy. Oh, the felon in the White House? Yeah, listen to him and that will be fine. Now he's talking about burning flags. He's going to have flag burning or whatever. Because he knows there's a hell of a lot of flags with his picture on it that are going to get burned. Think of how easy it would...
Unreal. Another one, Democrat mayor of Oakland announced in her first 100 days as the first black woman in her possession, the top priority for her has been ensuring our police do not cooperate with ICE.
For democracy, I just want to take a moment to first bring you greetings from Oakland, California. Oakland is in the house. Now, Oakland is a community that fights for democracy every day. And it's one that I'm honored to represent as I approach my first 100 days as mayor. And I just happen to be Oakland's first black woman mayor. Now, y'all know the signs of authoritarianism cannot be ignored. And so I want to just take a minute to thank California Democrats led by...
I don't want to listen to her anymore. I'm getting tired of these people. Oh, my goodness. These people are just so crazy. Migrant carjacking. Joe Biden secured a $10 million book deal for his presidential memoir. What should it be named? That's the question being asked. Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg. He says the LGBTQ community is furious with the legendary rapper Snoop Dogg after he said he was scared to go to the movies after watching Disney's Lightyear film with his grandson and seeing LGBTQ plus couple.
They move on into the... They move down the line. I took my grandson to see, what was the movie with Buzz Lightyear?
Toy Story?
Not that one, but
the new Buzz. The Lightyear. I think it's called Lightyear.
Yeah, with Keke Palmer's in that movie.
Okay.
She plays...
Yeah, he looks a little high. But you get the point. Oh, no. What's this one?
Pronouns. And hi, I'm Scout. I use they, them pronouns. And I'm an interdisciplinary major at UBC. I'm in my last semester. My primary thematic focus is decolonizing academia and public knowledge systems. And my secondary thematic focus is biocultural and linguistic futurity.
For those who don't know what that means, can you give us a quick rundown?
Yeah, basically what I focus on is the promises that the institution has made and also the emergence of indigenous ways of knowing and being across the disciplines. And I feature in a lot of stuff like language revitalization, or the emergent vitality of languages, rather. And just kind of a bunch of stuff. I've taken courses in over 20 departments, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hi, I'm Scout. I use they, them pronouns. And
okay, Scout. Good luck finding a job with that. Oh, no, what's this? Kamala is a vindictive, poor excuse for a human being. J.D. Vance reveals the moment. Well, let's see.
Mansion before J.D. Vance, he unearthed this moment where apparently the Vance family had asked to see the mansion before moving in. And Kamala Harris said no. Watch this.
There was a bit of a controversy. I don't remember exactly what had happened, but I think that normally it's customary for the outgoing vice president to show the incoming vice president's family the house. Mm-hmm. And we have 3 little kids, so I guess at the time our kids were like 7, 5, and 2. I guess Mirabelle turned 3 right before the inauguration. They had never seen this house, and Usha really wanted to show them. So what we actually proposed is, recognizing the weirdness of the politics, can Usha take the kids over and just show them where they're going to be living for the next 4 years? And they were rebuffed. So
I say, you're a grown-ass woman, and Usha Vance wanted to show her children where they were going to be living. They were very young. Moving is stressful. It's emotional, especially when you're young. Usha Vance wanted to make sure that the house was baby-proofed before moving in, because apparently on Inauguration Day, you move in. And it just seems so insensitive and rude. Can you not just be nice and let the Vance family in to see where they're going to be living? Even if someone in Harris's staff let the future second lady of the United States come in to see it for future planning purposes only, right? I don't expect anything from Kamala Harris, but you would think that this would be the common, decent thing to do. And
she suffers from severe TDS. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. My final thought is next. So we can score a huge victory because it was your opposition, our investigation, reaching the Oval Office that forced Cracker Barrel to its knees to keep Uncle Herschel on that logo. But TDS is a serious, serious problem. It goes from the corporate boardrooms all the way down to Main Street. It's not normal political opposition. It's mass psychosis. You heard it. A protester literally said she didn't know what Palantir was, but showed up because Trump. Democrats defending killers while Oakland's mayor orders cops to ignore ICE. Michigan representatives recruiting kids for gender surgery on TikTok. Tim Walz wants people burning Trump flags. A DNC speaker dismissing carjackings as things that don't matter to Americans. Stephen Miller nailing it. The Democrat Party isn't political anymore. It is a domestic extremist organization. When you prioritize illegal aliens over citizens and criminals over victims and woke logos over nostalgia and pronouns over safety, you have left politics and you've entered cult territory. So here's my question. Is Trump Derangement Syndrome a real mental health condition? Drop a yes or a no in the comments. Let's continue this conversation, because when you are protesting things you can't pronounce, maybe it's time for an intervention. The cure for TDS? Reality. Get yours at shop.nextnewsnetwork.com with our American Badass collection. You'll find it linked down below, where you can trigger a liberal today at shop.nextnewsnetwork.com.